Hi fam, it's Chloe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about concealer. Concealer is my best friend and it's probably going to become yours as well. I'm going to be sharing in this video, I think 10 ways to use your concealer. So if you don't have a concealer and if you're wondering if you should purchase one, you might want to watch this video, and if you already have one, you might find ways to use this concealer even more efficiently. So hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any concealer hack. I would love to hear them. And yeah, enjoy guys. Quick disclaimer, I'm using a different shade of concealer in this video. One for highlighting, one that is more close to my natural skin tone, and one that is much darker for contour. So the first way you can use your concealer is as a foundation. I love this hack because sometimes I run out of foundation or I'm in a rush and I can't find my foundation. So what I do is I use a cream. You can use any cream you want. This is Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I use my concealer, and this is a concealer that is closer to my skin tone. I'm seeing glitter in my cream, which means my daughter must have touched it. So you put some cream on your skin and then use concealer right next to it. Good morning, my baby. 6 a.m. in Dubai. And then mix your concealer and your cream together. This is gonna give you a foundation or more a BB cream type of formula. So this is the final result. As you can see, not bad at all, and you get lots of coverage because it's a concealer, so it has more pigment. All right, the second way to use your concealer is obviously as a concealer. This shade is lighter because I want to use it to highlight my under eyes. This is the shade Cotton Candy by Huda Beauty. Before it was the shade Cookie Dough. So I'm gonna be using this as a concealer. Taking a beauty blender, I'm just gonna blend. You can also use your concealer to lift and contour your face. So this is what I do. I start from the corner of my mouth and I'm gonna place the concealer upward. And this is going to give my face a lift, as you can see on camera. Some on this side. I also like to define my chin more, because my chin tends to be a bit inwards, so I like to give it more volume. So I trace something like that on my chin to give the illusion I have a bigger chin. Oh, it's weird, but I do that. And you can also obviously contour and define your nose more. And blend everything. Taking a smaller brush for this area. And when you blend, just stay where you place the concealer. This is also nice to make the apple of your cheek more prominent. If you have a darker shade of concealer, you can use this for contouring as well, in case you can't find any contour anywhere. I don't know. You can also buy a darker shade concealer and you place this as if you were doing a contour. For this, I like to place dot because it's a bit more strong in intensity, and so you don't want to be at risk of applying too much. So I'm just going to place dot where I will normally contour my face. And then blend. If you feel like your concealer is a bit drying, you can use a mist to make it more creamy. And this is going to give me a really nice contour. Or bronzer. So this is how it looks. I look much more like tan and fresh, and I just use concealer and cream. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna now be using my concealer as an eyeshadow base. This is great because this is going to give your eyeshadow much more hold, and it's also gonna make the pigment much stronger because you'll have a lighter base underneath, on top of your eyelid. So see it as like a blank painting canvas. If the canvas was a bit pigmented or had like already painting on it, the intensity of the color wouldn't be as much. But if the canvas was all nice and white, your color will be much more intense. It's the same thing for your eyelid. if that makes any sense. I'm also gonna apply some powder because I see so much shine on this video. I used banana powder by Huda Beauty. I also apply some blush. For my eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using Matte Obsession palette by Huda Beauty. I'm gonna be using this neutral shade. This is the palette Cool. I made a review, a tutorial about this palette if you want to check it out. So this is just a neutral color, and I'm just going to apply it on top of my concealer, and I'm going to press the shadow onto my concealer, kind of for my concealer to also absorb the eyeshadow and build the intensity. So this is just a very soft color for daytime. You can also use your finger if you want to, but now I know that I have eyeshadow that is much more long lasting and the true pigment of the shadows are showing. Another way to use your concealer is as a base for shimmer or for another color on top of your eyeshadow. So if you want to apply multiple color, and you want each color to be true to its real color, and if you want shimmer, especially shimmer, to really stick to your eyelid properly, you can apply concealer. So I'm going to put it in the center of my eye so you can see. For this, I like to use my finger, and you can use, I'm going to use this palette again from Huda Beauty, Lilac Obsession Pastel or Pastel Obsession, and I'm going to be using this shimmer right here. And I'm just going to press that shimmer on top of my concealer. Again, I'm going to work so it's very light glam, but just to show you guys. So now the shimmer really stick onto the concealer. It's really also avoiding like extra fallout because the concealer is sticky and creamy. When you apply something on top, it grabs onto it. So you're avoiding any fallout. As you can see, no fallout from this eyeshadow. I know it's very light, but still. You can also apply concealer in the inner corner of your eyes if you want to have inner corner highlights. Same process, apply the concealer and then on top put a light shimmer. I'm not going to be using my pencil, Creamy Coal by Huda Beauty, and I'm going to draw an eyeliner. I love this pencil. I also have a review if you guys want to check it out. But it became my favorite brown pencil of all time. And I'm just going to do a very rough line. And this is where you can use your concealer again to make your liner much sharper. So you just go right underneath your eye pencil and you're going to drag that line to clean your eyeliner. And you can also do this for your eyeshadow. If you see that your eyeshadow goes too down or you put it everywhere, just take a concealer and a brush and just you're gonna clean that area right here. So now I don't know if you can see, but I have a much sharper eyeliner. It's a very thin line, but this is how I like it for daytime. For my lips, I'm gonna be using Huda Beauty Interview Power Bullet. Such a nice color. If you want to create a two-tone lipstick, you can put a bit of concealer in the center of your lips. Just like that. I'm just going to blend it. Use your finger as well. And you can get the highlight right in the center. It's also nice when you do that 90s glam, when the contour used to be much more darker than the inside of your lips. And yeah, it's just a very nice look. You can also turn your red lipstick into pink by mixing concealer with your red lipstick right on your lips as well, if you want to try that. And if you do any mistake and you go like too low with your lipstick, or if you mess it up, you can use your concealer to cleanse the corner of your lips. Use the shade that is the closer to your skin tone. If you use a concealer that is too white, it's gonna be too obvious. And you just go right under with a flat brush and you can clean the edges of your lips. This is great for red lipstick application. Sometimes my client asked me in the past when I used to work as a makeup artist to cut the corner of their lips to make their lips appear more narrow. So I will cut right here with concealer. See that? So if you want a lipstick that is very sharp and neat, you can use concealer to clean it up. I personally like my lips to go all the way, so I'm gonna put that back. So that's pretty much it. I will use a lot of concealer today. I have a few more hacks for you guys. You can obviously use your concealer to cover your pimple. Again, I recommend you using the natural shade concealer, the shade that looks most like your skin. So it's not obvious, it doesn't bring more attention to your pimple, but just place a dot of concealer before your powder on your pimple with a beauty blender, dab it, and on top press some powder. This is gonna be great to cover your pimple better than foundation. Put your foundation first and your concealer on top. You can also hide, sometimes when you don't tweeze your brow, you can hide the little hair that are growing by applying concealer all under your eyebrow. And on top place powder, and on top place your eyeshadow. Sorry, this is my cat. I'm trying to think if there's any more hack I can think of for concealer, but I think that's pretty much it.